going on in the shop today. So I've got the Pontiac moved over. We're waiting on the gentleman now with the Pontiac. We did as much as we could because the frame that this Pontiac is sitting on has taken a hit on the right hand side here. So the frame is a bit bent and tweaked in the back. And we don't want to be welding quarters and inner panels in until the body's actually sitting on the proper frame. Because you want to bolt it down to the proper frame without any bends or tweaks in it to know the body's actually sitting perfectly straight. So that's what's happening at the Pontiac. Frame should be out here next week, let's hope. So then we'll lift this body off, drag this frame out, and get the other one ready to roll under. Okay, the Chevy pickup, the 8081, the 4x4. Got her up on the hoist here. As you can see, it was raptored and cleaned up and sprayed underneath. Doesn't that look beautiful? Nice and clean. This is a good product, nice and washable, stays clean like this. Very durable. It's got a hardener in it, so it's a two-part item. It's not a spray bomb. It's done proper. So that's going to be going on the frame. We're going to roll the frame in here. That's what's going on there. The little F100 over there. Chris has been working away on that, getting things together, getting her ready to go. Owner just dropped off the exhaust yesterday. What do we got here for exhaust? What did he drop off? What's it say? Oh, let's see here. Let's get that fucking rug out of the way. Give it a boot. Flowmaster. It's got a Flowmaster kit exhaust to go on this bad boy. So that's what's happening with that. Okay. Now, we'll go outside here, and yes, there's the custom. You just saw a video recently, or maybe you haven't on that. The rare one. The one of, was it 7 or 6? I can't remember now, but it is documented. The Mercury short box crew cab is all coming apart. Getting ready to go down to the blasters. We got to rip it apart. Next week we'll be grabbing the cab off it and taking the box off. Shouldn't be too much left when we take it apart. I mean, look at these floors. Holy man. There's nothing left of these floors. But it's a rare truck and the owner wants to do it, and that is what we'll do. And some of you are asking what color are we going? This is a factory color that you're seeing inside. It'll be going that color. Yes, it will. What can I tell you? Okay. Now we'll get over here. I'll see what Chris is up to. The 59 Chevy, the engine came back for it. So we got it all in. Chris is just doing some final details here, and then that bad boy's we're going to try and fire it up. So there we go. That's the old 59. Sheet metal's back on. Engine and tranny are in. There we go. What's it like under there?
That's pretty clean.
There we are. So that's what's happening. We're going to get washed up, cleaned up, get her running out the door. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Let's hope so. Dan's truck, the Pro Street truck. Okay. Sean's got all the cab. It's just on air ride, so don't think you see anything because it's slooping. It's drooping down here. Can't even speak right. It's like I had a couple beers in me. Anyway, the air is just released on that side. The cab is all in 600 ready to go. The interior was painted. We had painted all that. We got to lift the box off and do the back of the cab, and that's it. But Sean wants to leave the box on because right now it's sitting on the frame. It's nice and sturdy for him. He wants to get in here and be able to prep all this for the paint, prep the sides, and then we'll pull the box off. He'll do the back of the cab, and then he'll do what he has to on the box, like the front side nut that he can get to when it's off. And then this thing will be going for paint. Estimated time, I figure this thing, not the end of next week, but the following week, is off for paint. And there's the rad support out of that 67 Merc. Look at this rad support. Holy shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Even I can't fix that. Okay. Sean's working away on the 70 Beetle. That's got 68 fenders on it. This guy's sort of making a custom bug out of it. So there we go there. Got an extra set. These are original metal fenders here. These are fiberglass. He's putting fiberglass ones on because the wheels and tires stick out an inch wider. So these fenders are an inch wider. But he wants to have a set of metal ones too in case he ever changes the wheels and tires. He can put the metal ones on. This car's getting painted everywhere. In the engine bay, underneath the floor pan, everything. This is a show car. Isn't that right, Sean?
Right.
This is an Agassi show car.
Agassi show car.
Agassi show car.
Right. A little bit of cow shit on it.
Yeah, that's right. Oh. And then you guys must remember this crew cab we did around a year ago. Owner took it home, put most of it together, brought it back, wanted a few things fixed up here and there, like the exhaust. We had done the exhaust at the time, and he had wanted it tucked up really high, but then when he got it home, he realized maybe that wasn't the right way to do it, so then he asked us to have it drop back down low. Nobody's fault there. He wanted it high, we put it high, brought it back. He wants it lower, so what do? There's nothing you can do. You redo the exhaust, and unfortunately you pay again, but it's all good. It's all good. A couple little things we had to fix up. There was a couple little things. The front bumper wasn't quite fitting right, so we did a little adjustment there, and we got it fitting for him. He had the bumper, so when he went and put the bumper on, it was right against the fender, and all it was just basically loosening off a couple bolts on the rad support, and it just slipped over a hair, and it just lined right up. So there's always minor things. Like I will tell you with every build that goes on out there, when you build a vehicle, especially when you build it from the frame up, and when I'm talking frame up, you're doing suspension, brakes, mechanical, honestly, there's always going to be little things that are going to squeak, rattle, something's going to happen. And you can't really blame it on the shop, because it's a new build, and what happens when you do a new build? People have just spent like anywhere from $60,000 to say $200,000 on their car, and they don't want you to go around driving it. They just want to take it home and drive it. So it would be nice, realistically, if the shop itself could drive it for a week and then give it to the owner, but it never works out that way. So the owner brings it back and you fix up what's wrong, and that's how it works. Anyway, it's always good time at old time, and we'll see you next time.